Tayyip Mokhber is the first person to receive Iran's COVID vaccine. Less than a year since the first case of the disease was reported in the country, scientists have now started their last phase of testing what's called the Covid-19 vaccine. Mokhber is one of the 3 volunteers who started these trials that will eventually include just 56 people.
Today is the day we could fortunately make the first injection on humans following a long period of work. Today is one of the most promising days for the Iranian nation.
In November, officials said 8 vaccines being worked on in Iran had made their way onto the World Health Organization's list of 48 promising candidates' vaccines. Dr. Minu Mohraz is one of the researchers and is also part of the government's coronavirus task force. She's hopeful that an Iranian vaccine will be very successful in fighting the pandemic.
All activities surrounding the vaccine's production are filed with the World Health Organization. When this clinical trial is over, it must be verified by the WHO. Making this vaccine is important under these conditions because it's very difficult to remain dependent on a vaccine that has to be imported.
Despite U.S. sanctions on Iran's banking sector and severe economic pressure, President Hassan Rouhani says he's hopeful that the pandemic can be beaten in the country. That was not the case a few weeks ago, as record numbers of infections forced a total shutdown in the capital and other major cities. President Hassan Rouhani has accused U.S. President Donald Trump of preventing Iran from purchasing the necessary equipment to fight COVID-19. During the past natural disasters, such as the earthquake in Bam in December of 2003, the U.S. government facilitated urgent humanitarian aid to Iran. But this time, no such exceptions were made, so Iran had to look to boost its own production of the necessary tools to get through this pandemic. This factory in Tehran sells ventilators to the health ministry. As a business that just started only a year ago, it's growing fast. In 2019, this company aimed to make 100 ventilators a year. Now, it produces 400 a month.
In the beginning of the pandemic, there was a shortage of masks, ventilators, and other items, but it was solved quickly. If we wanted to import ventilators, we would have to spend $100 million for 4,000 ventilators. But instead, the health ministry gave us the contract worth $30 million to produce the same 4,000 ventilators.
As countries begin receiving the COVID-19 vaccines, Iranians will have to wait longer and hope that their own scientists and engineering efforts bring success sooner rather than later. Dorsa Jabari, Al Jazeera, Tehran.